There was a girl, about 20 years old, who loved everything paranormal. She lived alone, and to pass the time, she spent her nights watching various creep stories, videos, and horror movies. After watching paranormal phenomenon, she decided to shoot herself at night on camera. You never know what. What if a ghost touches her in the same way, or the door moves? But none of this happened. Everything was much worse. In the morning, when she woke up, she looked around. Nothing was overturned. The door was in the same position as it was. Everything seemed to be in order. After breakfast in the morning, she decided to watch the video. A few hours of restful sleep. And suddenly, at one point, the film seems to freeze. The girl abruptly begins to look into the camera. Her eyes become very large and wild, and a terrible red smile appears on her face, almost to the ears. In shape, it vaguely resembled the letter C, also wild to madness. This face stared at the camera for several hours, after which, again, everything stopped. It stopped as abruptly as it had begun. The girl was very frightened by this, and when she turned off the video, she saw something terrible. Somehow, the desktop changed to this frame from the video. All the images on the computer that were once wallpaper also changed to this terrible face from the video, and all the audio files contained some kind of screeching and screaming. In a panic, she called her brother, explained the situation, and immediately he came to her. Of course, at first he didn't believe everything that his sister said. He thought it was her wild imagination playing out. What he saw shocked him. Everything was exactly as his sister said. He felt uneasy himself. He, of course, quickly erased all this without a trace. And I stayed with my sister for a few days so that she wouldn't be so scared in the apartment. After that, there was no such case. But a year later, the girl calls her brother in a terrible panic and tells him that this thing is back. The day before, she was at a friend's birthday party. They were photographed there. And absolutely in all the photos, instead of her face, there was this wild and creepy face. And the brother at this time was attracted to one girl, and he tried for a long time to remember what came back. But with horror he remembered, and told his sister that she would delete it all herself. It's so easy, and hung up. The next day, my sister was found dead in her apartment, with no clear cause of death. And my brother received this photo from an anonymous mailbox after his sister's funeral.